Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel. Watch how I made this lovely gown. It's a Basque gown with Queen Anne's neckline and an opening at the back. This pattern paper is your bust divided by 2. Okay, then you divide the pattern paper into 2 for your center front and your center back. Now the measurements I'm using, they are my measurements. You can use any measurement. All right, so from your center front you mark your shoulder divided by 2, and then this chest line I'm about to mark is your bust divided by 6 plus 1 plus 1.5, and then you mark it to the back, to the center back. All right, and then draw a straight line to connect the dots. So put your shoulder measurement on your chest line and then draw a straight line to connect the dots. So from your center front you mark 3 by 3, 3 neck width and 3 for neck depth, and then you connect your line. So for your shoulder slant, you come down by 1.5 inches for the front, and then you connect it back to your neck width. For your nipple, for your bust point, you come down by 1.5 inches from your chest line and then mark it. So for your under bust, you from the top of the pattern paper you mark your under bust measurements and then your waist measurement too. So for the back, mark 3 by 1, that's 3 for the neck width and 1 for the neck depth from the center back. So put your shoulder measurement on the chest line and then on the top of the pattern paper and then connect it with a straight line. So come down by 1 inch for the back and then connect it back to your neck width. So put the difference between the front and the back on the pattern paper and then mark it. The difference for mine is 2 inches, and then connect it with a straight line. On the back waist, you go in by 0.5 inches and then connect it back like a triangle form to the neck depth. So from the waist of the front, you mark your bust nipple to nipple point divided by 2, and then you connect it with a straight line. And then for your dart intake, you take 1/2 inch on both leg. The waist, you come down by 9 inches or 8 inches depending on your measurement from your waist to your hip. So you put the difference between your front and back for your bust dart, and then you mark it to your bust point. Divide your bust by 4 and mark, and then divide your waist by 4 and mark it too. Extend your dart line to your hip line, and then you extend your dart to your hip. Come up by 1 inch and then draw your dart line. So mark where you want the V to terminate. Anywhere you want the V to terminate, it might be on your hip line, might be 1 inches after your hip line. Mine was on the hip line. So divide the shoulder by 2 and then mark. Then connect the line back to the bust points as shown. From the top of the pattern paper, come down by 5.5 inches or anyhow you want it, and then mark it. From that line, you come down by maybe 1 inch and then do like a sweetheart and then connect it back to the straight line like a sweetheart. So mark 0.75 inches on either side of the straight line and then connect it back to the bust point as shown. So complete the armhole marking with the curved ruler. So from that line you mark 0.75 inches and connect it back to your armhole. For the dart you mark 0.2 inches for tightening of the neckline. So for the Queen Anne neckline we are using this curved ruler. You mark like 4 to 5 inches down. Okay, that's where it will start from. Then place your curved ruler like shown, and then you connect it back to your dart line. So for the back we are going to complete our armhole. Come down by, divide your armhole by 2 and then go in by ½ inch, then connect a straight line to it before using your curve to finish the armhole. Divide your bust by 4 so that you'll be able to finish the armhole. Excuse me. So on the waist, divide your waist by 4 plus 1 inch for that, and then your hip to divide it by 4 and connect the line. Then after that you mark where you want the V to stop, and then connect a straight line towards it, the way I just did mine now. Then connect this your slant, your zipper slant back to your hip line. From that 0.5 inches you mark your waist dart. I went in by 4.5 inches and then connected a straight line to it. And then for the dart intake I took 0.5 inches on both sides. It came down by 1 inch from the chest line and then connected it back to the this line. So I'm cutting through the dart, the straight line through the dart, so that I'll be able to close the bust dart and also realign the triangular straight line. So before closing the bust dart, I'll take 0.5 inches on the center front and then 1 inch on the side front, and then connect the lines the way I'm doing it right now. So after drawing your curve, you connect a straight line back to the dart leg. Then do the same on the other side using your curved French ruler. Then close the bust dart so that you'll be able to redraw the V line very well. So cut out the pattern on the cut out the pattern so that you'll be able to close the darts. So this is how it looks like. You proceed to cut out the Queen Anne neckline and then close the dart. You can use gum or sellotape to gum this line, this dart that you're about to close. This will help tighten the shoulder. So for the tightening, you come down by ½ inch and then connect it back to the shoulder and cut that part off. So you proceed. So this is how it looks like after cutting it out. This is how it looks like. So we proceed to cut out the back and draw the circle at the back. So for the back, you come down by 2 inches on the neckline, and then you come down from the armpits maybe by 4 to 5 inches. Then draw like a circle. Okay, before you do that, you come in by 1 inch or 1.5 inch, depending on how wide you want it to be, and then connect your circle. Then from the chest line, come down by maybe 3 to 4 inches, depending on how you want it to be, how down or how open you want the back to be. So you connect the line like this. So I was just trying to redraw the circle very well, the opening at the back very well, so that it will be wider than the previous one. Then extend that line, extend it towards the opening, and connect that line back with 0.2 inches. The way I'm showing you, this is to tighten the circle, unless it will gape if you don't tighten it. So we'll do the same for the shoulder. We'll tighten the shoulder too. We'll mark a straight line that will connect it to that. Divide the shoulder by 2, and then mark a straight line to the circle. So it's time to cut it out. So watch how I cut it out very well. I'm cutting it out through the dot lines towards the circular part, and then I'll cut out that circular part very well. So for this other dot on the shoulder, I'll use sellotape to close it like this, so that it will have a dartless shoulder. So for the back, you come down by 1/2 inch and then connect it back to the shoulder, to the armhole as shown, to eliminate that gaping. So you align the V very well and cut out trim it so that it will align with the side back. So this is the front pattern, and then the back pattern is ready. We're going to transfer it to our fabric. So I'm using this pink fabric, like it's baby pink or something like that. It's about 3 yards, so that's what I'm going to use. So this is the center front, adding half inch by the side, and on the V part on all sides I'm adding half inches. So this is the back part. I'll add like 2 inches on the side back, and then 1/2 inches on the other sides. So this is the band at the back. I want one side to be small and one side to be big. So this side I'm going by 4 inches for the smaller part, and then for the bigger part I'm going in by 8 inches or so. So you now cut out the pattern, cut out the straight line. You are going to sew on these parts that you are cutting out by half inches. So this is what it should look like after cutting it out. So this is the back. We are going to join the center back. You know that side we cut out, so we are going to join it back with 1/2 inches. So this is what it looks like after joining it. You can open press it so that it will relax. Then you also join the lining like this, and then you place the lining on top of it like this, and then sew that circular part with 1 inch, 1/2 inch sewing allowance together with the neckline. So this is what it looks like after sewing the circular part, the neckline, the armhole, and the zipper side together, and then you now notch it and turn it inside out. So after turning it inside out, this is what it looks like. You iron it very well so that it will stand. So we are going to join it with the zipper. The upper side you put pressing button there, but this down part we are going to put the zipper. Now we are going to close it with 1 to 2 inches from the down part. So I said from this down part you can come down by 2 or 3 inches. Okay, I'm coming down by 2 inches so that I will be able to fix my zip. So you're going to place your zip with pins the way I did. Just use pins and place it on half inch till you get to that 2 inches part that you closed. Okay, and then you sew them. You sew the zip. So after closing the zippers part, this is what it looks like. Very neat. So you can iron it too again so that it will lap very well. So for the front part, you join the center front together with the side front with half inches sewing allowance. You can add hairstay or paper gum, anyone you want. I did not add anyone. Then you notch the sewing allowance and open press it. You do the same for the lining too. So after notching it, you mark your under bust where your cup will sit. Your foreign cup, I'm using a foreign cup. Then you attach it like this, the way I'm doing it. The person's bust is 36, but I'm using 36 I'm using the person's bust size for the cup, for the bra cup, and then I will try to push it in and then check the outside part to see if it's sitting very well. Then I will use pin to hold it first before using needle and thread to tack it neatly. So I'm doing the same for the second part, trying to push it in so that the cup will sit very well on the curve. So after doing that, this is what you have. Then I use needle and thread to tack it to the main bodice. You can use hemming gum to gum it though if you know that the needle and thread will show on the outside. So you turn the part facing the center front with lining and then place it like this and stitch it. Then open up the shoulder and put the back inside, and then you stitch it together so that you have a neat finishing on the shoulder. So when you are done, you turn the shoulder inside like this, and then see how the shoulder is after turning it. Then you now place it on your front bodice. After you are turning the neckline with lining. So this is what it looks like after stitching it to the front bodice. So you place the lining like this, place it correctly like this so that it will align very well, and then you stitch it. You stitch the upper bodice, the shoulder line, the chest line. Remember that you are turning the armpits with lining so that the seam will not show. So after joining it, the shoulder, this is what it looks like. You iron it very well so that the lining will not come out. So we are going to join it with measurement. We are going to sew it with measurements. So you divide your bust by 4. Start from where the zip started. Divide your bust by 4 and then you mark it. Or you can as well divide your bust by 2 like so, and then you mark where it stops, and then divide that what you have into 2 again and mark what you have. Put what you have on both sides, and then you proceed to the hip part. Divide it into two. Whatever you have, you divide it into two again and put it on both sides. Then you run a stitch on the lines you have marked to the hip part. So after joining it with measurement, this is what it looks like. We are going to now add our gathers. So I placed the fabric for the gathers underneath this material, so that I'll be able to gather it. But you can use needle and thread to gather your own, or if you have a gathering foot on your machine. So I started from the hip part, and then I'll gather it small underneath, and then run a stitch on it to hold down the gathers. I'll do it till the end of this cloth. So we are going to make the length of the cloth equal. From the shoulder, I will mark the where I want the clothes to stop, and then mark it, because you know that because of the V, the length of the cloth is not equal, but I want it to be equal. So I'll mark from the shoulder to the length of the cloth, and then I will mark chalk wherever I want it to stop. You can also do it with slash and spread method though, but I didn't want to do it like that because I don't get strength, so I just had to do it this way. So after ensuring that the lengths are equal, you proceed to fold the mouth, okay, of the cloth. Then for the belt, we are going to join the sides of the belt and then turn it from the upper part, the upper smaller part. So after turning it, this is what it looks like. You open the sides, the waist side of the material, the clothes, and then push this smaller side inside and stitch it back. So after making it to relax, you turn it inside and then stitch it very well, so that no matter how they drag it, it will not fall off. Okay, so I'm stitching back the belt side, the waist side, together with the belt. So this is what it looks like after holding the belt down. You do the same for the other side. Your belt can be as long as you want it. So this is the outcome of the whole process. Okay, as you can see, the neckline and then the back too. So this is the back of the dress. See the belt. Your belt can be as long as you want it, and then the back too can be as wide as you want it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. See you next time. See you on the next video.